Murphy is an absolute bugger. And welcome to the live drive sponsored by our one and only patrons. There was an absolutely exquisite little black-backed jackal who decided as we were going live to move out of shot, but let's go get him in shot again. Welcome to Pridelands Conservancy in the Greater Kruger. Of course, Pridelands is only half of our traverse. Quenga Safari Lodge is our other half. This afternoon we're going to be focusing on Pridelands. It's so good to be back in the Lowveld. I've been on the road for over a month. Unfortunately, I cannot share too many details about where I've been and what I've been doing. Hopefully within the next 10 days or so I will be able to. Oh dear. Oh, I normally shout at everyone else. I haven't put my phone on silent. But it is the Game Drive group. Where did that jackal go? The jackal has disappeared. But we do have a special surprise coming up at the end of this drive. Let's see who's with us this afternoon. Hello, Zygot, Jake, Corin, Bianca, Regula, Julie, Irina, Noel, Barbara, Bobby. All great to have you here. I'm sorry if I've missed you. It is an absolutely gorgeous evening here in the Leopard. Where's the jackal gone? Might have to come back and look for the jackal. Today has been one of those days. Oh, to you too, Mary. This morning, our dear and loved and most faithful badger had a whoops. And a whoops is probably an understatement. The whole gearbox bearings went, so we actually had to drop a gearbox this morning, so we're in the mongoose this afternoon. And we can't really complain about the amount of work the badger has done and the things the badger has been through and its gearbox, but we need to now try find a new gearbox quite quickly if possible. We don't like only having one car operational, but that's why we have two vehicles. So as soon as one breaks, we jump into the other one. Oh, apparently it's Arena's birthday. Arena, then you're definitely going to be involved in our special treat at the end of drive. Thank you, Julie. Good to hear from you too, Arena. Thank you, Kat. Hello, Danny. Yeah, it's been a while. I've only been out for like the last 4 or 5 days. I think, no, I did one drive last weekend. Brian, it does feel like I've been away forever.
No, it felt like you were gone for months.
I was, actually. I think 26 days in Zambia and then 14 days in Pinda, but you were with us for the Pinda. Did I say Zambia? Whoops. Yes, I was in Zambia, but I can't tell you exactly where and what I was doing in Zambia. So guys, please remember to share this for anyone who might like to join us on the live drive this afternoon. It would be great to have some new faces joining us here on Pridelands. We're going to go look for... What are you going to look for, Brian? Elephants.
Yeah, elephants.
Strangely enough, for the first time in a very long time, elephants have been quite difficult to find on Pridelands. It's been a very interesting week since I've been back. We got 40 mils of rain in the middle of winter, which is almost unheard of. And it's caused the animal dynamics to shift quite a bit. This morning, Dylan, Yuka, and I tracked lions for... Oh.
That's me.
Oh! Who's calling you, Brian? Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Is it your mom?
No, it's a message alert.
That is the most elaborate message alerts I've ever heard, Brian.
It was on silent. What happened?
Steph, I can't tell you what I was doing yet. Unfortunately, due to non-disclosure agreements and whatnot, it's going to take a little while before I'm able to. Oh, thank you, Miss Parker. Great to have you on the vehicle with us. Hello, Zozo in London. Steph, it feels wonderful to be back. Hello, Guido. Oh, Brian. People want to do birding. Ooh. And of course, I'm sure everyone knows by now, it's the killer bees. Brian cannot do the normal fist bump because he is hand holding the camera currently, and we're going over some bumps. Noel would like me to share a story about Scar. Now, I saw, I think like 56 minutes ago, Scar was officially reported dead, but I'm still not 100% sure. For those of you who don't know, Scar is, of course, probably the most famous male lion in the world. And I was lucky enough to spend quite a bit of time with him up while I was in the Mara with Safari Live. And Scar brings up a bunch of mixed emotions for me. He was an absolutely magnificent individual. Now, actually, I'm going to throw back a question to you guys. So, do you think Scar should have lived as long as he has? And even if he is still alive, but do you think Scar should have survived to the age he has? Why do you think he should have or shouldn't have? And after that, I will add my 2 cents. We didn't even ask Brian for his 3 cents. Still think his 3 cents is worth less than my 2 cents, but we'll just leave it at that. Only joking, Bebop. Hello, Janice. Judy says, poor Scar should have been gone years ago. That's our first comment in. Painted Wolf, indeed, he was patched up by vets. Well, Steph, that's a very interesting question. Steph says, oh, bless him, I'm gutted to hear this. Hopefully he didn't suffer too long. Well, that might be up for debate. Noel says no. Rangers and vets did much hip surgery, etc., to keep him going. No. Zygot says, I don't think Brent, he was given plenty of help from him, otherwise he wouldn't have survived this long. Deja Vu says he should have been able to pass a long time ago. Barbara Skimpton says no. Hello, Kelly. He had been treated by vets many times, and that's not natural. Well, I'll let it go for a little bit longer, and then I'll throw my 2 cents in. But the big cat dynamics on pridelands have been absolutely fascinating since I've been back. Speaking of big cats, no, that's a hyena track. The lions were around while I was away, and last week I've tracked lions in and out of pridelands Okwenga like 6 times. Hello, Mike. Good to hear from you too. Rosalind, how old was Scar? I think he was 14 or 15. Guys, just double check for me. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, there's 3 notifications on the sighting group. Let's see what's happening. Okay. All about the breeding herd of buffalo. We are slowly making our way there. I want to catch them while they're going for a drink. Oh, keep quiet. Oh, lots of comments coming in. Noel, I have no idea. Melinda, correct. Human death comes to us all, animals and human alike. Regula, it's always tough to make decisions regarding wild animals that I know about it. Okay. Lucille says, I have a feeling. I know what Brent's going to say. So, Scar is quite a difficult one. So, when I arrived in the Mara, it was sort of towards the end of his tenure. He was probably 11 or 12 years old, maybe even 10. And he was already struggling then. Now, social media is an incredibly dangerous thing sometimes when it comes to wildlife. So yes, we are able to raise funds on the spot for animals that need it. We can only thank you for being part of some of our wild dog rescues, etc., that have raised funds for animals that are in need immediately. Now, I haven't been in Kenya for 2-3 years now. I still have quite a lot of friends involved in Kenya, and quite a few of them disagree, but that's the world's full of people. So if we all agreed, it would be a bloody boring place. I personally believe that Scar should have been left about 4 or 5 years ago. No, 3 years ago, when some new males came in and gave him an absolute beating. He was then fixed up and by vets, and then he was fed zebras that were shot, and hyenas were chased away so they couldn't put pressure on him, and he recovered, and he kept recovering. Now, not to get too controversial, to lion dynamics in the Masai Mara, and Brian has spotted an elephant. Oh, and what happened is that the males were starting to mate with their daughters and all sorts of stuff that caused something that is almost unheard of in lions, which is female dispersals. So it seems to be that instinctively these animals knew that they needed to get away from their fathers to mate. So it caused absolute pandemonium. Oh, is he going to push down the tree? Looks like that knobthorn's time is very limited. Bendy, bendy, bendy. Come on, you can do it, big boy. Bye, knobthorn. So Noel says, why push down this tree, Mr. Ellie? Well, of course, Noel, so I can get to the tastiest treats at the top that I couldn't even reach with my long, long trunk. There we go. See, he's gone straight to the highest tippy top points. Now, there's quite a few different reasons for that. And of course, those are the newest shoots that are growing. So the tree is putting a lot of effort into sending the most carbohydrates, sugars, nutrients to those growing points. So obviously from an elephant that needs to eat a huge amount a day, those little titbits at the end are going to hold the most amount of nutrients. Deja vu, not necessarily an ex-knobthorn. He didn't push it out of the ground completely. He didn't break the main stem. So I'm pretty sure this knobthorn will keep growing, just not as it originally intended. Barbara, agreed. Everyone, a moment of silence for the tree. Here we go. Now it sounds like there's a few other Ellie bulls around. Brian, would you like to get a bit closer? I do love Ellie bulls. I'm just going to try worm our way between all the other trees the Ellies have pushed down. But not in the badger with its high reach. Okay. No, him is not on camera. It is. Oh, sorry, Ellie. I'm going to stop now. Oh, yes. I'm live. So, welcome to load shedding. Causes absolute havoc everywhere. Now I've lost the feed and the questions. I will find it right now. I don't even know what's going on here. I'm trying to get everything back up and running. Let's see what happens if we do that. There we go. Let's see, is everything working? Sorry guys, we're back. We've moved on from the elephants. And we're going to see what else we can find. We're at Leopard Dam now. Lagatha's been around, but we haven't seen her. Nice to see you too, Jeremy. Oh, handbrake down, that would help. So what we're saying about Scar is that I believe Scar should have probably died 4 or 5 years ago. The last really great sighting I had of Scar was actually with Vian. And he was with part of the, what were they called? I've forgotten, the pride of lions that used to hang around the crossings. And they were hunting zebra. And the old man stood up and sort of like, chased the zebra away. The females missed. But at the same time, he irritated some buffalo bulls. And those buffalo bulls charged in, and they must have been millimeters away from killing him himself. And that was sort of 4 or 5 years ago. He then got beaten up by other male lions 3 or 4 times, and each time the decision was made to help him out, stitch him up, fix him up, give him free zebras for dinner or free topi or whatever it might have been. And it caused problems in the social dynamics of the... Can you see those? Lovely little female leopard tracks. Okay, let's just do a quick loop. She could be close. I'm guessing the size of these tracks, it's one of Pixie Pan's cubs, who've sort of become independent in the last while. You holding on, Brian? Let's just go to the other side of the dam and have a quick look. So my personal opinion is that Scar's face should have died years ago. And I understand the social media pressure that is put on management of the Kenyan reserves. Now, strange enough, in sort of African conservation, in a lot of ways, South Africans and Southern Africans, Botswana, Namibia, South Africa, are looked upon as the bad guys, the enemies. However, we've got a robust enough sort of system that we can do what's right, not what's popular. Whereas I find a lot of African countries end up doing what's popular to not cause a social media stir, rather than what's right. And it's a very difficult thing, because social media obviously has so many good points and so much positive that it can give, but also on the flip side, it can create quite a lot of negative. Okay. Let's just have a quick look from the opposite side of Leopard Dam. Those trucks were going around. They were from this morning, so I don't think she's about to pop out. I hope I'm wrong, but she could be close by. Agreed. It is wrong when it interferes with natural selection. I obviously cannot understand the pressures that the Kenyan government and reserve managers and whatnot are under. However, being brought up in Southern Africa and working in both East and Southern Africa, I tend to end up on the side of the Southern Africans, and it can be quite harsh, particularly because people can be very, very sensitive. But in a lot of ways, Southern Africa goes, well, middle finger to use social media. We have 35 years of conservation and science experience. We're not going to change our mind because Facebook public opinion says we should. We know what's right. You might not think it's right to let an animal die or get killed by another animal or suffer. However, it's nature. Whereas certain other African countries, and Kenya in particular, tends to pander to social media instead of doing what's right. But that is I'm probably going to get into trouble for this, but I'm always in trouble, so that's just normal. But anyway, let's go up to the Western Rocky Ridge. Noel, you say that, why was he kept alive? To bring tourists. Pretty much spot on. I have encountered photographic groups. I've been requested to private guide photographic groups that will exclusively look for scar. And obviously I turned down those things from a moral point of view. And yeah, yes, he's really great to photograph and whatnot, but surely the greater good of the whole ecosystem and the whole lion population should be put ahead of an individual who's nice to take pictures of. Oh no, I've lost everything again. Let me just do this again. Open. Go away, advert. Oh, man, I see there's a good comment there from... Exactly, Barbara. Life's not that fun if you're not in trouble once in a while. My life must be very fun. Exactly, Noel. It is our platform. We get to say what we like. However, there will be the hate mongers, but we're used to that. Jake, we will keep a lookout for hyena. Can anyone let us know whether the hyena den is active? We might go pop through there. Ooh, Noel, Klipspringer would be wonderful. We're heading towards Klipspringer country. Oops, sorry, Brian. Exactly, Julie. If it's due to natural causes, life must go on. Thanks, Lucille. So this is Klipspringer country. The only place we ever see Klipspringers is generally around the Western Rocky Ridge. Ali is the only one who's managed to get them on live cam so far. I've seen them quite frequently, particularly when I'm tracking and walking in amongst the rocks. So obviously when you're on foot, you can get to places that you can't get to in a car, where the Klipspringers tend to prefer to hang out. Oh, there's an update on the Dendrive group. Let's see what's happening there. Well, when Vim doesn't have an answer to what's going on, it must be solar flares.
Yep.
That's what we think.
It was the eclipse yesterday.
It was the eclipse yesterday, indeed,
Really
Brian.
ending.
So I'm trying to get everything going again. Why won't anything work? There we go. Oh, I can hear something next to us. Probably. You hear that in the grass here, Brian? Anyway, did anyone have a look at the hyena den? Should we go have a look, see if there's any hyenas there? Thank you, everyone, for the welcome backs. Cat says blame it on the eclipse. I think it's a Franklin in the grass here. Oh dear. VM has just told me that hyena den is not active. What do you think, Brian? I think it's nearly time to head up for a surprise.
Oh, I'm excited.
What do you think? I think it's time for a surprise. Where should we do the surprise? Painted Dog Rock? I'm going to go take a walk right through these rocky ridges behind me. So let's hope we have some luck with some little leopards. So this area is full of potentially great den sites for leopards and lions. Got to be very, very careful when looking for dens in areas like this. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure I don't go right to the front of the den or the potential den site. I'm just checking if there are any tracks, and there aren't. This area is spectacular. So much great leopard country. Magic country up here. So many good places for a leopard to hide. Just keeping still, hoping for an alarm call of a squirrel or birds. They might give away her position. My gut tells me I think she's back behind me in a different rock area. So I'm going to head back that way, see if we get any luck. But it is truly awesome to explore these rocky ridges, find the potential den sites before they're dens. Absolutely gorgeous. This is really, really exciting. This is our first leopard on Pridelands. I've spotted it from a huge distance away, but I just wanted to make sure we got a safety shot. We're not sure how relaxed the animals are here, but how cool is that? It looks like a male from this distance. I'm going to show you how far now. See, it looks like it might be a little bit skittish. It's miles down the road. I'm not sure how relaxed it is. So, again, very important when you're approaching new animals. I'm going to go into low range. It keeps the revs of the engine very slow, very clear, very concise, non-threatening. We're going to try to get a bit closer now. So we've been sitting here for about 5 minutes. Animal's probably, leopard's about 25-30 meters from us, looking very relaxed. So I'm just going to judge how it reacts when I start the car. Not even a movement, so I'm going to try to get a bit closer. And again, new area, new cat, we don't know how it's going to react. There are some leopards that are relaxed here, some that are quite skittish. So that's why we're being extra cautious. He's still a cub, dude. This is really, really exciting. This is our first leopard on Pride. I'm going to go take a walk right through these rocky ridges behind me. So let's hope we have some luck with some little leopards. So this area is full of potentially great den sites for leopards and lions. Got to be very, very careful when looking for dens in areas like this. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure I don't go right to the front of the den or the potential den site. I'm just checking if there are any tracks, and there aren't. This area is spectacular. So much great leopard country. Magic country up here. So many good places for a leopard to hide. Just keeping still, hoping for an alarm call of a squirrel or birds. They might give away her position. My gut tells me I think she's back behind me in a different rock area. So I'm gonna head back that way, see if we get any luck. But it is truly awesome to explore these rocky ridges, find the potential den sites before they're dens. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna go take a walk. So we've just found the pack. We found the pack of wild dogs. Incredibly exciting. They're coming back towards the road. We've possibly got our first sighting of wild dogs on Pridelands. They appeared at the Eco Training Camp Dam. Oh, the guys in front of me, you can see it. Hold on, everyone.
There we are.
We're just going to try to stick with one of the dogs.
They're hunting, right?
Yeah. Something like this timber. and they're at that little pan.
Yeah, I'm just about back onto the road, I guess now.
Been an absolutely exciting morning tracking lions on foot. Brian's first semi-line charge. It wasn't even a serious one. She just went whoa, 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 from about 30 meters, and now they've made their way. Oh, look, and see them playing behind me, and I'm getting them on the long gun. Now they've made their way to sort of what we've been nicknaming the secret water spot that Brian and I found while we were tracking them 2 days ago. So very exciting. Look at them all playing. Isn't that cool? The playfulness of youth extends through all animals of our wide world, and lions are no different. However, their play is helping them hone the skills that they will need to one day become efficient hunting and killing machines. Bucket and BB, now over a year old, still have the mischievous playfulness of youth and can't help join in with the 4 smaller cubs. Bye.